Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Drinks and Dave Show, and welcome to all of our barflies.
Dave, how did we go from 5 viewers down to 4 before we even started?
Maybe somebody had to go to the bathroom. Maybe somebody had to go to the bathroom. Or
he's back. Okay.
Maybe what we need to do is expand our bar from the broom closet that we used to have. You know, maybe we should do that. But other than that, we've got a crazy show tonight because we're going to talk about all kinds of things. Hello, Tig Lily, how you doing? Even though I just saw you like 2 seconds ago. Hello, Linda. And welcome,
all
Joe from
the usuals.
All the usual. Joe from Phoenix and
yeah. How you doing, Dave?
I'm doing well. How are you? I mean,
you got air conditioning now.
We have air conditioning. Yes. It is so nice.
I had an amusing thing I learned during our pre-show. There's some high-level negotiations at your house.
Indeed,
over 1 degree.
1 degree. 1 degree. So when we got, when we got the air conditioner put in. Hello, Pantea. Hello, Steve. It was running constantly, but it would run up to whatever the set point was. And I was like, wait a minute, this is supposed to have a programmable thermostat. And so I called the air conditioning place. They said, yeah, they probably just did it. They probably just set it as a default. And I said, okay, because we can come out Monday and reset it. I said, okay. And then I thought about it. I said, this is not rocket science. We can figure it out. So we did. So now this one has got a programmable to the different times during the day and everything else. So we had it set for 79 degrees. Not my choice. I would prefer to have, originally it was at 74. I was so happy. It was great. Unfortunately, my wife looked like Kenny from South Park. Big muckluck, and she was freezing. So I said, okay. And the air conditioner is much more efficient now, and we're getting into a point where there's a lot less humidity here. So I said, okay, I'll make you a deal. We'll go to 78. So we went to 78. Then I started getting cold. I was like, okay, no, we're going to go to 79. So then I reprogrammed it. So this was like the fourth reprogramming. So I programmed it to 79, and in the evening hours, like right before bed, I would lower it 2 degrees to 76 because I don't care what anybody says. You sleep better when it's cold.
That's true.
Anyways, that is scientifically proven.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I set it down and we were fine. And then somebody started complaining, and I said, "Okay, tell you what."
Neck? Is that what they were doing?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I got a crick in my neck. So what I said is, okay, I'll reprogram it again. So for Saturday evening or Saturday afternoon, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, during the daytime hours when we're here, it will be 79 degrees. I capitulated. And then on Wednesday through Saturday afternoon, the daytime will be 80. And believe it or not, that 1 degree makes all the difference in the world. And what Joe said is very true. It's the difference between sweating and freezing. So the negotiations are over. I almost put a lock on the thermostat controls, but that would have been a very, very large mistake.
I was going to say, when you're at work, what makes you think it doesn't go up to 89?
Oh, it probably does. I'm sure it does, because it does have an override on it where you can put hold. So, but no, we're very happy. We got a great deal on it. It's a 4-ton unit versus a 3-ton unit. In fact, when I'm doing my shaves in my shave den for my videos, all the stuff is billowing. That's how good this thing is.
Wow. So is it more efficient? So it like maintains a more even temperature versus up and down and up and down?
Yeah. In fact, this thing, like today, I think it was in the in north of Tucson, where we live up in the foothills. It was, I think, 88, 89 degrees. And the air conditioner only came on twice to keep it at 79. So it's much more efficient. We realized that our old air conditioner was literally limping on 1 foot, a broken eyeball, and everything else, because it was running constantly, and never even, and it would get up to 85 in here. So
Yeesh.
now for her, that was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The next summer will be the test, huh?
yes, next summer will be the test. Definitely.
So in theory, you told me that most air conditioners could only lower like 20 degrees from outside. Are you going to be able to keep it at 80 when it's 110 out?
Doubtful, but it'll still feel cooler. Because for me, I'm just going to stand by the vents, and I'll just camp out there. Now, one spot in our house that is literally like a meat locker is my shave den, our second bathroom, which is what I use. Oh yeah, it is ice cold. It is so nice. I just want to go in there and live.
Yeah.
But anyhow,
I guess because you've got one vent just into a small room that's contained.
Yeah. Oh, it's tiny. Yeah, yeah. It's a broom closet.
Yeah.
So what? How's your week been?
It's only Tuesday. It's been good. So the kitchen, for the most part, is done. It's functional. Everything's cleaned up. I got some trim stuff to finish up, but that's on like the long list of down the road. So thank goodness.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you drinking tonight, by the way?
I'm drinking Lagavulin rum cast finish.
Nice. See, I always feel bad because I don't, Tuesday nights I don't really drink much. Actually, I haven't been drinking a lot at all. I had a beer last night. I had a
I saw. I was surprised.
Yeah. But what I'm drinking tonight is something new, and this is going to be one of our challenges down the road is 0 calorie, not diet, 0 calorie sodas. But I saw a commercial for this, and I'll give you the ingredients. It is flavors, obviously, carbonated water, agave nectar, citric acid, stevia, and that's it. And it is liquid death.
Well, I've seen that all over the place.
It's not a soda, so it doesn't have the caramel coloring and everything else, but it has it's amazing. It is so good.
Well, what's
so good? It's cold.
I thought liquid death is just water.
It is. This is their flavored water. And it's wonderful with the agave nectar and everything in there, but it's cola.
Flavored like what?
Cola.
Oh.
See? Cola. Okay. Killer cola. Now, from what I understood, Liquid Death was like an energy drink. That's all I knew about them.
Oh.
And but it's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. A whopping 10 calories.
Now, cola's a tough
Eric.
one because when you get into the no calorie stuff, the colas can get pretty wonky flavored.
Right. This one is very cardamom heavy. So you can taste that, but it is it's really good. Yeah, cardamon's part of cola. But yeah, it's really good. It's the agave nectar gives it a little bit of a different kind of a cactusy note, but it's not bad. And then as a backup, I have my standard RC 0.
Yeah. And what do you were shouting at your cigar before we started, so that must be
because if I'm going to pay this kind of money, if I'm going to pay this kind of money for a cigar, it better not peel, and it peeled a little bit. Yeah, I am smoking a 1964 anniversary series Toro. Because
and you V-cut
they didn't
that
have their
thing,
Robusto.
so it shouldn't.
Yeah, it shouldn't have done that, but oh well, it's still delicious. How about you? What are you smoking?
Yeah. I'm finishing off a what the heck is this thing? A Toro Fuente Gran Reserva.
Nice. Oh, and for those cigar people out there, we want to give Nick Perdomo a prayer because his longtime, I think she was a packaging agent, like 38 years at Perdomo, passed away. So
I didn't hear that.
And if I would have known that, I would have known earlier, and I had any, I would probably smoke a Perdomo, but I don't have any right now.
He's a nice guy, Nick. Yeah. In fact, are you going to?
I want to.
Tim from Cigars Daily. He's got another big event coming
in
up,
November. Right? Yeah, and I want to go, but it's always on a Saturday, and usually I'm working on Saturdays. So.
Well, how did you went once?
No, I've never been.
I thought you went.
No, because I was going to go if you were going to fly out to Phoenix and we were going to go together, but I didn't. So now, in a situation like that, if I knew you were coming, I'd take the Saturday off.
Yeah, kick all them old folks to the curb.
But I am making a trip. I am making a trip next Monday up to Phoenix. I'm going to
see him.
No, well, actually, that might be on the. If I go, well, actually, now that you mention that, I could swing there first, see Tim, and then head across all the way over to the Glendale area to meet our very own Rarity Joe. We've never met in person.
Oh,
And then we're going to go. I want to go to a place called Fly in High Off Road because I'm talking to them about some components for my Jeep, and then to also meet
uh-oh.
Greg, who owns a shop there, and have some lunch. And then maybe, if everything goes correctly, I will stay up there for an evening run and ride shotgun with Joe because I'm going to take the Corvette because she's mad at me.
You're taking the Corvette to go off-roading. I got
No,
it.
no, no,
Oh,
no, no, no. Just to go to Phoenix, but she's getting mad
right.
at me, and I need to get her out on the highway. And
Yeah.
open her
You
up a
fell
little
down
bit.
this Jeep rabbit hole, and
Yes, yes,
it
yes.
all went
yes.
to. Do you still drive the Corvette to work, don't you?
No, I haven't driven it in
What?
2 weeks. I haven't driven it in 2 weeks. I've been driving
No,
the
Dave.
Jeep.
No, Dave.
Well, the Jeep's fun. Besides, the number of fatality accidents that have happened on this stretch of highway between me and the shop, there's been 5 fatalities. People running red lights.
Okay, but you're driving a car with no roof.
The Jeep's got a roof. It's a hardtop.
Okay.
Yeah, my Jeep's a
All right.
hardtop. Not that it would do any much better than the Corvette in a wreck, but we're not speaking of that. So, as we move forward, just a quick reminder, everybody, we will not be here next week because Dave is going to be looking at the fall colors back east, hopefully.
That's right.
Those of us in Arizona are going to be dealing with a hurricane, possibly, or the remnants of a hurricane. So that might throw a real big wrench in going off-road because where Joe likes to go, those become rivers very, very fast.
Whoa, no, that just adds the fun.
Yeah, flash flooding is not exactly,
Ah,
Jeeps are not flash
suck it
flood
up, buddy.
proof.
Suck it up.
And then when we come back, which will be on the 21st, right? The 21st of October, we're going to be rolling back to 5 p.m. Pacific.
Back to the normal
Back
drinks
to our
and
normal
days
time,
time.
yes.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Right
But
here.
that being said, we have a show tonight that is going to cover robotic vacuums, the AI takeover of the planet thanks to you, and potato salad. We have to have food.
Start with potato salad because I'm
Sure.
really curious where this is going.
Well, the thing is, it just sounded good. When I was doing the title today, it sounded
Uh-huh.
good. Robotic
Were you hungry?
vacuums. No, think about it. Robotic vacuums, AI taking over the world, and potato salad. It just flows perfectly. So anyhow, potato salad. I love me loves me a good potato salad.
Uh-huh.
But I was doing some research today because I was so busy doing everything else, and I realized that there are literally hundreds and hundreds of styles of
Yes.
potato salad.
And what's
So-
weird is some people hate some of them and love other ones.
Right. So I'm hoping that the barflies will get as excited and involved as they usually do in our conversation, and tell us what kind of potato salad they like. Because do you like mayonnaise, more of a mayonnaise-heavy potato salad, or the standard picnic mustard potato salad?
Mustardy?
Or do you like a German potato salad that's vinegary with slices of potatoes rather than that and
Uh-huh.
cabbage? Do you like a hot potato salad, which is more German? Yeah,
What's a Russian potato salad? I know there's a Russian version too, right?
I don't know. And then you've got now you have the loaded potato salad. So basically it's like a baked potato.
Okay.
Then you have the what's the other potato? Oh, the red-skinned potato salad. So you got a more of a beefy taste to
Right.
that. You've got a southwestern potato salad. Then you have hybrids. You have a potato/macaroni salad.
No. Have you ever
Yes.
had potato salad with macaroni in it?
Yes, they have it at the Safeway.
Ugh,
So
that's
so
messed up.
what is so hopefully, oh wait a minute, I believe the Russian one is sour cream based. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Sour cream based.
So, maybe I've never had that then. That sounds like that would just sound like you're eating like a potato then, like a baked potato.
Well,
would
no,
be
because
delicious.
it probably has some other stuff in it. But
Right.
so Tigla is saying that she likes it when the potatoes aren't raw.
What? Well, I get what she's, because some of the ones with the slices, they don't cook them soft so that they stay as slices, I believe. Right? They're a little crunchier.
So,
Right.
and then Rich saying, my mom got the recipe from Woolworths with vinegar and dried mustard, and I'm a fan of German potato salad. So now Joe's got to chime in here because I know Joe has to like potato salad of some type. I don't know why.
Are we going to get back to cat food? Is that where you're headed?
Oh, wow. No, it's not. It's actually our potato salad, a Persian potato. Wow. So a Persian potato salad is a Russian potato salad. Talking about amazing. So what is a Persian potato salad, Dave?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, Pantea, when you get a chance, please go
ahead.
You
know what? Actually, one of my favorite potato salads I couldn't replicate even when I had the recipe. And it was somebody that was kind of from the Russian-y area of the world. And they diced everything super, super small and included apple in it. But it didn't taste apple-y because it was diced so small. It was amazing.
Well, the two German potato, the hot potato salad, the warm potato salad is sliced potatoes.
Oh, hot in temperature, not spice.
Yes, and it's got caraway seeds in it, and it's a very, very vinegary type, but it's really, really good. But then the southwestern potato salad, basically you've got jalapenos or serrano chilies, and then instead of regular mayonnaise, you use an adobo mayonnaise, or there's a sriracha potato salad.
Okay.
And then you've got your standard. You know, the only thing I don't like is if you buy the stuff in the tubs in the
deli.
In the deli, it's always sweet. I hate sweet potato salad.
But
that's like the macaroni salad, same thing.
This takes us back to last week about bingeability.
Mm-hmm.
Now these hot ones with some strong flavors and stuff, they go good with if you're having other food broth, stuff like that.
Yeah, like carne asada and stuff like that. Sure.
If you just want a pile of potato salad, that's too much for that. You need to go basic.
Well, true, but let's say it also depends on what the menu item is. If you're having an outdoor picnic and you're having hot dogs, okay? You're having hot dogs.
Uh-huh.
So Pantea says it's diced boiled potatoes, eggs, pulled chicken with mayonnaise. We had peas. Oh, that sounds delicious. We'll have to try that.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so let's say you're having hot dogs. And of course, if you're a true non-extraterrestrial, you eat mustard on hot dogs. Ketchup does not belong anywhere near a hot dog. You go to a baseball park and you ask for ketchup, they're going to throw you in the dugout. So if you have mustard on your hot dog, then you don't want a mustard-based potato salad because then it's just mustard. So you want more of a mayonnaise type. Right, exactly. Yeah. And now Rich is asking Miracle Whip or Hellman's. Well, I would say neither.
What?
No, Duke's. Duke's is the best, period. End of story. Mic drop. Duke's mayonnaise.
So Miracle Whip is not a mayonnaise, is from my understanding.
It's a sweet.
It's sweet, right?
It's a salad dressing. Because when I was a kid,
which is weird because you've never had a salad with Miracle Whip all over it.
Absolutely, that's where I was just going. My mom, for dinner, what we would have is she would take lettuce and chop it up and everything, and just throw in a whopping scoop or gloop, as I call it, of Miracle Whip, mix it all up with salt and pepper, and that was our salad. So, yes.
Okay. Well, there you go.
So, anyhow, hopefully we've got 9 people here. We had 10. Maybe they didn't like potato salad. So what type of potato salad, please just type it in the comments. What type of potato salad is your favorite?
Eric's making his own mayonnaise, which is intense. But that's just what egg whites and vinegar or something like that? Isn't that what?
I don't know.
Salmonella in a bottle? That's what.
No, if you haven't tried Duke's mayonnaise, you got to try it. You got to try it.
I don't know that I've seen it. That might be a regional thing.
Well, it was out east, and everybody used to talk about it, and then it's slow. We found it at Safeway, And it's slowly moving this direction, and it's delicious.
Okay.
Because we used to be Hellman people. Definitely Hellman people.
So Duke's has a flavor to it then.
Yes, yeah, it does, but it's creamy, it's rich. If you like bologna and cheese sandwiches, that's it.
Well, so now see, because bologna and cheese and white bread, that has to be Miracle Whip.
No.
That's the childhood growing up.
Okay,
And then
remember,
you grow
I
more
had
sophisticated. You get away from bologna and you get away from Miracle.
no, I don't get away from bologna, but remember, I ate salad with Miracle Whip coating on it, so
Okay,
I got
well,
over it. Now,
you
what
just-
Joe said, the big tub of Reese's potato salad, you get that at the deli.
Yeah.
You know, it's and it is good, but the macaroni
that's your
salads are just a
standard,
little bit
that's your-
sweet. Yeah, but
that's
the
your
macaroni
mass-produced,
salads
yeah.
are a little bit sweet. That's why I don't like the Reese's potato. So we have a sour cream macaroni salad that's real good. Yes. So see, Pantea and I are on the same page. She likes the Persian potato salad, which we're going to try, and then the potato salad with the red skin potatoes, and more of a not as mustardy.
Yeah.
So see,
But that-
we spent 12 minutes on potato salad. See, we can do it.
I need to go.
See, guys, what this means is for those of you in our audience that we are desperate for subject matter.
Desperate. No, I'm holding back because I could spend an hour talking about robotic vacuums. At this
Well,
point.
you're about to.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so throughout the show, just put what your favorite potato salad is, and we'll do it. Joe says, I love it, but that's just me. I also eat crayons for contents, so my opinion for food doesn't matter.
You know what I enjoy with the potato salad? Once it's not, part of a meal and you got the leftover potato salad, I can have a lunch of Ritz crackers with potato salad
Yeah.
just right on top.
Well, Joe said that earlier. Sometimes he gets the big tubs, and that's what he eats as a meal. Yeah, I mean, potato salad or macaroni salad. But if you have Kroger or Fry's near you, especially Joe, I know he does up in Phoenix, try the deli version of the sour cream macaroni salad. You'll thank me later.
I've never seen that either.
It's so well. You guys don't have Kroger though, do you?
No.
Yeah, that's why.
Well, but I mean, what you don't
No,
have
this
to.
is no. They make it in the deli. This is one of their deli specialties. It's not in a tub,
I see.
and it's cheap. It's only $4.99 a pound.
What a bargain.
It's a bargain. It's a bargain.
Yeah.
So okay. So let's get to. I've been regretting this, and you saw. If hopefully all of you saw that our teaser page showed Rosie from the Jetsons as the robotic vacuum cleaner. So tell us, Dave, about the robotic vacuum cleaner. I know we mentioned
the journey has been right. We have very dark floors now in our kitchen. As you said, you've got exactly the same floors, right?
Yes.
And they did say they're going to show dirt pretty quickly. And oh my gosh, it's like that. Like as soon as you walk on them, unless you're in your socks, you're gonna get dusty footprints and every little thing shows.
Yeah.
So immediately I start thinking, okay, well, if we're not vacuuming this every day, it's gonna get annoying. And so I was looking at like
you're so adorable. Get a husky, and then see what happens to that floor.
well, see, you're gonna want one of these things after you hear about it. Okay. But I was looking at standard like handheld vacuum cleaner like things, except that had mopping brushes on them, and I was down the rabbit hole and amazed because these things have spinning like drums on them for wet mopping, but they've got a thing of clean water and dirty water all on the stick. And you put them in the machine, and then they wash the drums and dry them and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's the way to go.
Is this something you have to do, or is it autonomous?
This was something you had to do.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, okay, well, let me find out the Roomba type things that mopped. Back in the day, they weren't all that good.
Right.
But let's see if they got a little bit better. So we're gonna merge mopping and AI now at this point, because the better ones. So let me paint the picture. You cut me off yesterday on the Zoom call. You didn't want to hear half an hour about these robots. You get it now though.
But see, this is your show, so now we can.
That's right. This is what I pay for. Is you
Okay.
gotta listen to this now. Is you get this thing that looks like a Roomba, but it vacuums and mops. And when you first get it in your house, you set it to map your house. And it's got a camera on the front, right? Cameras on the side, and LiDAR, laser range spinning on the tops of these things as standard now. And so it goes from room to room and maps your entire house. You on the app, it ends up showing you a map of your house where it labels the different rooms and different floor surfaces because it can sense if it's hard floor or is it carpet because it's got a little camera that points down, right?
Okay, before you go any further,
Yeah.
just keep in the back of your mind. At the end of this, I have 2 questions and a statement. So go ahead.
All right. So first of all, holy crap, right? Because it'll do a 3D view of your house with all the different hallways and all that stuff. And then you can go through and you can label them and you can tell it which way the flooring runs because it's better to mop in the direction of the flooring and all this stuff, right? And then they got the base stations where it will automatically go back and suck out all the dirt and dust and dog hair and all that stuff from the vacuuming. It will empty the dirty tank from the mopping and then clean the little moppy things and dry them and all these things, dude. These are if it senses that there's a stain like you dried on mud, like your dogs came in because the hurricane blew through and it's got muddy prints and all that stuff, right? It'll map, it'll go, the camera will see, oh, there's some mud here. It will kind of map out that area. It will clean that area. And then it will go to the base station, clean the pad so it doesn't spread mud all over, and then go back and finish mopping all on its own. Is that, you're looking at me like is that not amazing, Dave?
Okay, I will start with question number 1. If you buy one of these, okay, if you
Yeah.
buy one of these and you have that, what if your name is Sarah Connor?
But what can it do? It can mop you to death?
Do you think so? How do you know that there are people in the background going, "This is Sarah Connor's house. We will use vacuum cleaner to bite her into bits." Okay, that's question number 1. Question number 2. So basically, what you're doing is you're buying I assume these things are a couple grand. Okay, I assume
No. Not a
1,000.
couple. The
Okay,
high-end
1,000.
one's 1,000, yeah.
Okay, so basically, what you've also done is you've also bought a transportation device for your cat. Because you know your cat's going to sit on top of it and cruise around on it.
Oh,
That's what they do.
Ours are scared of Dave, it has a whole pet section where you can have it detect pets and stay away from them. You can tell it where your pets might have like a dog bed or something, and it will do extra cleaning with higher suction power, all that stuff. Oh, so
Okay,
and I was waiting for this. That like, okay, the Russians and the Chinese will now have a floor plan of our house. Okay. And
I'm telling you, yeah,
I'm
but
fine
see,
with
that's
that.
just no. You're going to get a knock at the. Well, actually, here's what's going to happen. You're going to do all that, and you're going to be sitting in your den, and the robot vacuum cleaner is going to look at you and just kind of wave this little antenna up, and it goes, "I'll be back." That's what's going to happen, and then you have this. So Eric had a cheaper robot vac, but had to give it up. The cats would play with the spinning brushes on the side, so much so that they wouldn't let it dock in its station. So.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. So you're laying in bed, you're sleeping well, you've got a beautifully clean house, the thing's mopped, everything. All of a sudden, you feel a little bit of a tug, on the bedspread, and all of a sudden you open your eyes, and that robot vacuum cleaner is sitting right in front of you, going, "You are dirty. You need to be cleaned. You are dirty. You
With the
need
little
to be cleaned."
Cylon, the little red eye. going back
Exactly,
and forth.
but right, and then you buy your command, and then the cat is going to come up and say, "See, we knew that we were going to do
Well,
this."
I'll let you know if that's what happens.
Well, no, I think that is pretty cool. But how does it do the transition? Because see, we have carpet and
I'll tell you, Dave. I'm
okay,
glad that
you tell me.
asked. So it can do it one of two ways. The better ones will leave the mopping brush, whatever they are, at the base station and go and just vacuum if you so desire.
Ah, I see.
If it's, and we're going to do that. We have pretty thick pile, I think, in our bedroom, so I'll program it to those just vacuum. The other way it can do it is it can raise your mopping pads. So when it gets to where it knows that there's carpet, it'll raise the mopping pads and vacuum there. And then I was gonna say rabbit hole, 100%. Dude, there's this guy. What's it said? Just a Dad, I think is his name. That he makes a living reviewing these things, vacuums, just all this stuff. I've been watching his videos like crazy. There's sales today now on Amazon. So he was doing a live about the prices of these things, what they are today on Amazon, and which one the rabbit hole is intense.
But this, Joe brings up a really good point. I don't think that robot vacuums will be the end of humanity. Some robots maybe, but not the vacuum. But
not the vacuum.
Almost everybody here has seen the movie Prometheus. And there's a thing in Prometheus where David, the android, looks up at this little vial and he goes, all things have very small beginnings. And then the next thing you know, alien xenomorphs are eating people's faces off. This is how it starts. This is how it starts.
Yeah, but we're more than a generation away from that, so not our problem.
I don't think so. I say 10 to 15 years.
Maybe. You've seen the actual biped robots, right? That can do little tasks and things.
Well, there's
like
the
that.
dog. In fact, Expedition Unknown on cable, they were searching for, I don't know, whatever, and they brought a robot dog with them that had LiDAR, and it would go trompsing out into the thing looking for Bigfoot. So yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, those won't be affordable for a long time.
The robot vax would just trip you up while Timu Ripley from Alien Earth comes after you with a paper cutter blade. See?
Yeah.
And I like what Tigley says too. Yeah, we're more than a generation from it. So you know what? Who gives a shit? Let the kids deal with it.
I don't think she was saying that in jest. I just think she was
okay.
Like,
I don't know how to respond to this, so I'm going to let you take this one. Have you seen these hyper-realistic Asian robot girlfriends? Actually, you know what? We had to have Rich. We had to have Rich expand to this.
Yeah, that's a little bit insane because they've got the faces that look real, the facial expression, all that stuff. That's crazy.
Well, wait a minute though, Joe. You said that will be the end of humanity. Well, if they make a male version and a female version, then that will be the end of humanity because then people say, well, there was a story, and Tig Lily can probably bring this on, talking about as we segue from the vacuum cleaner that you will have. Now, when you do get this vacuum cleaner, you're going to have to do on our show a live demonstration of this vacuum cleaner.
Oh, okay. That'll be tough with it.
And, well, no, I mean, you just follow the camera. You know, you got the camera. You just take it with you and follow it around. You can just do your room. And then when it starts to eat your leg, then our ratings will go through the roof.
Dude, the newest ones have little legs because you've got transitions from room to room. Like if you've got a big wood transition, they will now go up over 1.5 inches to get in from one room to another.
Okay. Let me just give you the counterpoint to that. Okay, you know where I live, right? We live in the southwestern desert. We have large spiders here. So I'm asleep or I fell asleep on the couch and the timing came up for this vacuum cleaner to start moving around the house. I wake up and I'm groggy and I see this thing on legs raise up on the carpet and start coming towards me. That's an instant heart attack.
Well, don't get the black one. Get the white one.
So anyhow, what I was going to say, Tig Lily saw a thing where they made 2 AI robots. You may have heard of this. They made the AI robots. They created their own language and started talking to each other, and we couldn't decipher what they were saying.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You
need the auto-destruct in there somewhere, that's for sure.
Well, what I was going to ask you is you need to check before you buy it. Does, and this shows what kind of sci-fi geek I am, does the robot vacuum have the 3 robotic laws?
Well, I don't know how much it can hurt or protect you just with some little
well, I was going to say, but you know the 3 laws, right?
What is it?
It can never
hurt a
hurt.
human.
It can never hurt a human. It must protect a human unless it is going to die. And then number 3 is it has to follow rule number 1.
Yeah.
But as we all know, Will Smith had to deal with that in iRobot.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to get there with 2 wheels and a couple of mopping pads, but I'll let you know.
I'll tell you what, have you ever did you ever work and have to like do one of those, not to mop a floor, but to polish a floor, those floor polishers?
Oh, no.
Those things could get out of
Look
hand.
up a lot of work.
It all comes down to RPM. So if this robot thing has an RPM of 2,000 or 3,000, it can sand your face off.
Keep that in mind. If you lay still, you got to lay still. Get your face down there.
But see, that's just it. What it's going to have, it's going to have this little tiny thing that you don't know about that pops up out of the top of it, shoots a dart at your neck. You're going to hit the ground. You're going to be out, and it's going to consume your essence.
No joke. This is a little bit ridiculous. The brand newest ones have a little arm, no joke, that comes up and will pick up big pieces of trash and take them to a trash can for you, or pick up obstacles like shoes and stuff, because if it senses an obstacle, it will stop. It'll take a picture of it and shoot it to the app so you can see what it is. And I've seen them, they can identify like shoes and wires and stuff like that, and it identifies what it is and lets you know what's in the way. Yeah.
So, it's interesting. All this stuff is happening. Then how come McDonald's can never make a milkshake or the ice cream machine is always broken? But here's what's going to happen. That little arm, you're going to be sitting there, look at your app, and you're going to piss off the vacuum cleaner, and you're going to see this.
Yeah, I'm not getting the one with the arm, but if they made the ice cream machines were made by Apple, no problem.
No, I mean but the convenience part of things, I can see that. You just because one of our friends, she's a real techie, and she's got the Roomba, and she's got this, and she's got that, and blah 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 blah. But at the same time, did you ever see the movie WALL-E?
WALL-E, yeah.
At a certain point in time, we're sitting in a chair, and we're never moving again.
Well, so that's where the realistic was, right? Because I asked my wife, I said, well, we can get the one that you do by hand and it works well and all this stuff, or we can be realistic and think when we get home and see some stuff on the floor, are we really every day going to go get that thing and mop the kitchen floor? No.
But see, what I'm going to do is, knowing that one of our spare bedrooms is what we call the vacuum graveyard. We started, in fact, I convinced my wife years ago to buy the Dyson Animal. Now, this Dyson was the most expensive vacuum cleaner on the planet, but it was supposed to eat animals, dog hair, and we killed it in like 2 months. So I'm going to contact this. You'll have to send me the link for this robot. And I'm going to say, tell you what, send one of those to me, and I'll bet you within 30 days it's broke. And if it's not, I will say it's the
I'm
best
telling
thing on the
you, you watch the videos, because this dude has dogs, and he cut open the bag from the base station where it blows all this stuff full of pet hair. And it doesn't, the rollers on these things for the vacuum part don't connect on one end, and they're a little bit smaller. So any hair that gets wrapped around slowly works its way to the end where it gets sucked up.
Okay, so you said that it'll go back to its docking station. It'll suck out all the stuff. It'll empty the water. So does that mean that the infrastructure of your house, do you have to have a drain that where the dock is, or do you just empty the water yourself?
You empty it from, but he said like the bag that collects the dirt from the vacuuming, you change that every couple months.
Okay.
But some dude was so sold on this, he's building a house and he's hardwiring in a drain and a water line, so he doesn't even have to do that. That's a little bit nuts, but
yeah, I agree with you, Joe. We went to Shark, and we've been okay with them. I did buy one for her that ended up being a brick, but
I don't know. Instead
of getting a new Dyson, my wife, being the engineer she went online and bought a clutch and literally rebuilt the vacuum cleaner. Now it runs like a champ.
Yeah. I think this is like if you had one Ford and it died, and then you're going to hate Fords forever. versus some people are sold on Fords or whatever. Because we love our Dyson. Like I told you, the cruise line we're usually on, they've got Dysons all over that's what their housekeeping use is Dysons.
Well, I
They're so
think
mobile.
I think living in the desert, and Joe, you can tell me if you agree or not. Living in the desert, you traipse in everything. I mean, stickers, plant items, dirt,
Yeah.
and if you have dogs, two big dogs or three big dogs, a cat, you can kill because the quality control testing is probably not quite what. Because I was the same way. We spent $700 on this vacuum cleaner, and 2 months later it was dead. Now it's working again, but still. The one that I've been told, because one of my clients was a VP for Dyson, he says you want to get the Dyson Stick V3 laser because apparently apparently but that's
It's a
$700.
V stick laser. That's
Yeah.
what you.
But I'm willing to see what happens with your robotic vacuum because you're going to name it. You will.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to coming home every day to a clean floor.
Or coming home to a bunch of these vacuum cleaners having a party in your kitchen.
Either way, it'll be nice.
But somebody said earlier, I think it was, I don't know if it was Joe or if it was Eric, but somebody said, does it make lattes? Now that would be something that would sway. That would something, because so basically what you want is you want R2D2.
Well, then you got to get the biped robot that can do some simple tasks around the house. And
so you want Rosie.
Yeah. So you said what? We're 20 years away from that?
I'd say 10 to 15.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Then you can talk about being worried about who's controlling that and what information they're getting and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, so how big is
but for people concerned like your wife, they do sell ones that don't have a camera on them if you are super paranoid and you don't want pictures of your house going through the airwaves and stuff. Yeah.
So how big is this thing?
It's like Roomba size. It's a circle, just a circle. And the LiDAR thing up on top, if it's going underneath a couch or whatever, will drop down into the body to make it shorter.
Mm-hmm. I missed this, what Joe said. What I was talking about, the floor polishers, these things weigh about 60 pounds. And to go left, you lift up. To go right, you push down. You can't steer them. But literally, if you were in a building by yourself having to polish this floor, it was cathartic. You just sat there.
Well, and they're in every action movie because they go into some building at night with some poor slob running that machine. He must have to do it every night because he's always in the lobby doing that when they break in. So, yeah.
But see, and this is, and I would have to agree, Joe. I mean, I was again until Sharon fixed this one, but I'm waiting. But yeah, if you have an animal, especially the Dyson Animal, what kind of animal are they talking about? A little gerbil?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying we've had ours forever, and it's always been
because if you have a husky,
problems.
If you have a husky, you're vacuuming twice a day.
Yeah. Have you thought about shaving your dog? That could just be the easiest solution.
Well, that leads to a story. When we had our border collie, God bless her fly, she was a beautiful Scottish border collie, just beautiful. Well, somebody had said, when it gets warm in Arizona, you should give them a summer cut. And a summer cut is not shaving the dog, but very short. But if you know what border collies look like, their head is very unique. Well, this groomer basically, oh my God, it was unbelievable. So much so that our other dog, Snickers, who was very much like Kona, Snickers literally was laughing. I swear to you, as on God is my witness, when she came in the door after her grooming session, our other dog was laughing at her because she looked hilarious. So
did they do the body but not the head?
No, they did the head too, but it was more
looking thing.
Yeah, and you could tell she was embarrassed. She's like, "I'm a border collie. I'm supposed to be fluffy. I'm supposed to be fluffy." And yeah, so no.
Yeah.
We, when you have a husky or two huskies in our case, you just know that hair is going to be part of that equation. It's just,
yeah.
Talking
about AI, you updated to the newest Apple iOS, and I just did that this morning, and holy cow, all the translation stuff. I haven't tried it out, but you read about the translation stuff built into that.
Oh, I love it. I
Well,
love it. I really do. iOS 26 is fantastic. The
you
liquid
you
glass is cool.
you know who's going to get in trouble with that though is
Hmm.
all the ladies at the nail salons that are talking about all the patrons without anybody knowing what's going on. You're going to have people starting to get that instant translation and know exactly what they're saying, and there goes the tips.
Well, but there it goes. AI creates World War III, which it kind of did in the movie too, anyways. But no, I think AI is good. We've talked about this before. I think AI is good if it's used by the correct people and used with a healthy dose of carefulness. But as we know, as a species, we ain't that.
No, well, you know what's funny is I realize now at work that all the emails have a little one-line summary at the top of them now generated by whatever. And I'm just waiting for the first time that somebody gets in big trouble because they just stop reading their emails and go with those little summaries and forget like some major part or some major to do or something like that. But
Well, now one thing I do like about and this is AI based is iOS 26 is
yeah.
when somebody calls you and the phone number is not recognized by your contact list, it sends a message to them that says, "Why are you calling?" If they don't answer that question, the phone never rings. So
Oh,
that is
I've heard
huge.
about that. I
It
haven't
works. It
experienced it.
works.
Yes.
It happened to me today, where literally the phone rang once and then it stopped, and then I saw a summary on my phone that says this number is calling. Then there was a space, and it asked, "Why are you calling?" And then underneath that, in text, it said, "Oh, I need to check with Dave about a new appointment. I'm a new client." And so then I answered the phone.
Wow,
I
that's
like it.
see,
That I
that's
like.
super cool.
That I do like.
Yeah. See, so you're coming on my side about just let them take over your world and just embrace it.
I think you're grabbing a little bit. I mean, I'm willing to take pieces of it.
Yeah. Well, see, that's how they get you, Dave. A little bit here, a little
But
bit
see, the
there.
thing is, if you get one of those robotic vacuum cleaners, where I get
Uh-huh.
upset about that, is if that becomes the norm, I will never be able to get dressed up like Mrs. Doubtfire and vacuum the house.
Oh, you can
I mean, there's little
whatever you
things that
want
I
as a
like to do.
hobby. That's okay.
But speaking of AI design, there was and Jeeps. We're just going to go back to Jeeps. Jeep had this smart idea when they went from Dodge Mopar used to own Jeep. They
Uh-huh.
sold it to a company called Stellantis, which owns Fiat, Ferrari. They own a bunch of different companies. And they came out with the 4xe, which
Right.
is an electric Jeep.
Right. Which
Here,
Harrison Ford loves.
right, but here's the problem. If you want to become extreme with your Jeep, that's
No.
never going to happen because here's the problem. You get out there, you start doing some rock climbing and stuff like that. Where are you going to charge it?
No, but okay, what percentage of people that own Jeeps actually have ever been on a trail with them?
That is a whole nother conversation.
But see, that's for the you want the Jeep look, you want to think, oh, I can go over that, speed bump a little faster than everybody else. That's the Jeep for you.
No, those are people that should buy Subarus.
Well, but they don't. They want the Jeep. They want to think that, when the flood comes, I'll be saving people with my Jeep and all that. But
Well,
that,
that's also where all the ducks come from too, and that's a whole nother conversation.
yeah.
But
But hey, if it's good enough for Harrison Ford, Dave, he drives it right up into the Millennium Falcon, takes off.
you mean he drives it to his ranch in Jackson, Wyoming?
Right. Well, see, and that maybe that's it. Is just if you live just enough off the main road that you need a little bit of clearance and a four-wheel drive, but then you're going to charge it right when you get into your 6-car garage, you're fine.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you
Yeah.
that. But
Just like most of the people with those big ass pickup trucks with the big, huge hitches on the back that never tow anything.
I know, I know. It's It's different, but AI event. Well, here's a perfect example where AI does not do well. Okay, when the floods occur, we had some floods. We had some really, really bad rain a couple weeks ago. In fact, people died in Globe. And Phoenix got hit with like 3 tornadoes. It was crazy. Well, Phoenix has Waymo, or is it Waymo, the self-driving
Mm-hmm.
cars.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know how to deal. They didn't know how to deal with the water.
Yeah.
So they literally, I mean, at least they stopped. But the problem is they stopped and they couldn't figure it out. So we've got a long way to go before these things work correctly.
Well, again, this just like all we've been talking about today. It's for like the 75% of situations, not the 25%. That's where we. What the? This dude just shows up at the end like, oh, nonchalant. I'm just gonna roll in, stand at the back of the bar like I've been here all night.
Well, maybe he has been. Maybe he's just been sitting there sipping his scotch.
AI
And
cola.
actually,
Now,
this might be AI cola.
now, I would much rather that they work on that, the whole replicator thing, like Star Trek.
Oh,
Like
that would be
everything
cool.
is just molecules, right? So why can't they just assemble? And I know they got to be getting close to that somewhere, right? That because
Oh,
they
I'm
can
sure.
build stuff by atom, atom by atom. Can you imagine? That would just be you got like
Yeah, but
no
see, the
food in
problem
your
is,
cupboard. You
but
just
on
like
your,
make me this.
yeah, but on your starship, people would get very pissed off because they're going to say, Captain Bougie is sitting in front of the replicator over and over saying, Earl Grey, hot. Earl Grey,
No,
hot. Earl
no.
Grey, hot.
You know what though? Would that make stuff boring? Because my first thought went to being able to have caviar whenever I wanted, but then it wouldn't be special anymore, right? Anything if you could just like make me this, make me that, all of a sudden, eh,
Yeah, then
what's
it wouldn't be
special
as
anymore?
exciting. Yeah, you know, it
Yeah,
wouldn't be as exciting as being able to go down and spend and drop a couple of G's on really good bellinis and really good caviar.
yeah.
But
Is he saying that this is what the replicator would make? It'd just be bowls of mush. Be my mush tastes like caviar. My
mashed
mush tastes
potatoes can
like
be everything,
steaks.
and everything can be mashed potatoes. That's a real no. Actually, what he is saying is a very philosophical thing. Because think about it. So mashed potatoes, you can take potatoes, you can mash them. You can take cauliflower, you can mash them, and they become mashed potatoes. You can take sweet potatoes, they become mashed potatoes. So what he's saying is very, very true.
Uh huh. Uh,
Everything can be mashed potatoes.
Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Yeah, Coke will be around forever.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so we I want folks to know we did reach out for somebody we thought would be a neat special guest. No response. So you're stuck with this, and then we're gonna do
You
when
still
I
not,
get back.
you had no response with that, huh?
Yeah. Um, just talk about the trip that we've been on, and then we're gonna have planning a taste test of meat
Meat
sticks.
sticks. Meat
Meat
sticks.
sticks. Down the road, we're thinking of a taste test of uh,
Zero colas.
zero colas, which you differentiate from diet colas, which are the more battery acid flavored
Right.
colas.
Right.
Rich brought up a good uh, sister to the Doritos taste, which would be the Pringles, which also has a gajillion flavors out there. And then, you know, Dave, I've been thinking one show that seemed like a big hit that we need to come back to is Dave's Give Advice, where we read some Reddit posts about,
Yes.
you know, relationship issues. And so I think we've got a few lined up
At
coming
least through
down
the
the
end, yeah,
road.
at least through the end of the year. But since we have a few minutes left, I want to bring this up. I love mashed potatoes. So
What?
when you talk about mashed, no, think about it. When you think about mashed potatoes, everybody has a recipe that they do. Whether it be the butter buds out of the box, which can be dressed up to be very, very good, or they smash the potatoes themselves. But do you add milk and cream
No.
cheese? Oh, you have to. Oh,
You have to add
cr-
heavy cream, Dave. You don't want it watery.
well, no, you just don't do it like that. But add some cream cheese into it. Let that
Uh-huh.
melt. That cream cheese melt with the butter, and you got to have a ton of pepper. You got to have a ton of pepper.
So I take the same stance as guacamole, that you want to taste the base of it, right? So guacamole for me should only be 3 ingredients:
What is that?
avocados, garlic salt, and lime. That's it.
So,
You
have
want
you ever?
nice, fresh.
Do you have you obviously in San Francisco? You guys have Chipotle, right?
Yes.
Have you had the guacamole from Chipotle?
Yeah, it's
It's the best.
it's nah. It's not the
Oh,
best.
yes, it's the
It's
best.
not. But to me, so mashed potatoes should be the same way. Is that you still want to taste the potato should be the main ingredient
Well, of
of mashed
course.
potatoes,
But the
right? So
cream
you
cheese
can
adds a
have
creaminess.
every right. That's fine. And butter, about a stick of butter you want in
A
there,
stick? Why are you so
but
chintzy?
and some garlic powder, a little bit. Add some flavors and stuff. But still,
Well,
no
we're all
other no other chunks of nothing in there. No
well.
cheese.
Pea beet. I've gotta tell you that if you make mashed cauliflower correctly, it's delicious because it's keto. That's another thing because that's how I had to try it. But another show we're going to need to have is we're going to need to have our annual Thanksgiving show, which
Where,
means do you stuff the turkey with the
where we
stuffing and
repeat
then
the
cook
same
it?
conversation we had the last
Hey,
few Thanksgiving.
whatever works, whatever actually works.
We could just rebroadcast our live.
No, I've lost a lot of
Oh,
weight.
can we
I've
do
lost
that?
a lot. I've lost a lot of weight since then. I like it.
Oh,
I
you
like
want
it.
to
Yeah,
be
I like it
okay.
now. I like it now. But see, so we see every time we do this show, and I don't think our audience appreciates this, the amount of emotion and brain power that
Hmm.
goes into the subject matter that we discuss.
Okay, wait a minute. So this
That's nice. I like
can you
that
close the
idea.
garlic in with the potatoes while they're boiling. Hmm, interesting. Or instead of just garlic powder, you soften up the garlic while you're boiling it and then mash it all together?
Nice.
Heavy cream, butter, salt, pepper. Yeah, okay.
I can
All
go with
right.
that. Yeah. See, that's what we
I
need to
might
do
try that.
before our show. We need to have people send us their recipes. And then we can just kind of we can the Drinks and
Well,
Dave's the annual
then
Drinks and Dave cookbook.
you would have to try one. That would be the ultimate show. Is for Thanksgiving, we pick one of these suggestions. Like I like Eric's. I like what he's
Mm-hmm.
laying down there, but we pick one and we try it out.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken. Eh,
No, I can see
eh,
that too. I can see that.
no, that's where I feel like you're pulling away from the potato flavor.
Well, I think it's
That's
enhancing it. It's not like you're dumping in a ton.
Do you put gravy on your mashed taters?
Of
Or
course.
wait, let's not. Okay, I wasn't gonna. I was jumping ahead to the Thanksgiving show.
Well, that's okay.
That's
You
okay.
get mashed potatoes are not.
Thanksgiving.
See, that's another thing. Mashed potatoes don't have to be just for Thanksgiving.
No, and we've talked about that. That it's unfortunate. There's some things like that tend not to be made all that often, and they're not hard, and they're delicious, and they're a whole food group.
Now, Joe, are you saying no chicken broth with your mashed potatoes, or no, you wouldn't
Don't
want to join us for
don't get.
Thanksgiving?
We're all gonna be meeting at the Denny's diner for Thanksgiving.
No,
Yeah,
we could have it out here in the desert.
in the desert.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be cold at Thanksgiving, Dave.
it
Just
is
like
chilly. It is
just like
cold
it
here.
doesn't feel like Christmas if you're in your shorts.
Well, wait a minute. When's the last time you had a snowy Christmas
I didn't
in
say
San
snowy,
Francisco?
but it should
Oh,
at least be a little bit chilly, right? The heater needs to run.
yeah. Well, we do. We're not always the surface of the sun.
Yeah.
We're not always that hot.
Tomahawk. That's something I've never had either, is a tomahawk steak.
Isn't a tomahawk steak just a porterhouse that they
With
leave the rib
with the
bone
bone on
attached
it,
to it? Yeah.
or you're paying $14.95 per pound for the bone. I don't know.
Where are you paying $14.90 wherever you're paying
I
$14.95 a
don't
pound
buy
for a
this
tomahawk? I want to
stuff.
go there because that's cheap. The heater runs 10 months out of the year in Phoenix. Yeah, but you don't have to pay for it, Joe. Hey, and he can't say anything because a couple days ago he was in a flannel shirt at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, look at Eric. Cowboy steak with mashed potatoes. That's a good,
Wow, look at this. We've
good
got a
meal.
we've got a closet chef here and we didn't even know about it.
Yeah.
We didn't even know
All
about it.
right. All right, buddy.
Well, everybody, as always, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your input. And again, if you have any ideas for a show, email us and Dave's going to put that up. And we'll try to get that on. But we've got a few shows that we've got kind of lined out for right now.
In
If
the
you have any
pocket.
suggestions, yes, let us know. Just remember, we will not be here tomorrow. Or tomorrow. Of course, we won't be here tomorrow. Next week, we will
Either.
not be here. And if I do end up going to Phoenix, and I'll try to shoot some video, and we can kind of post that on our first show back for the hijinks and shenanigans in Phoenix. So, anyhow, folks, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you again very, very soon. Have a great week, and we will see you the week after next. And remember, 5 p.m. Pacific, not 6 p.m. Pacific. Say goodnight, Dave.
At home. Good night, Dave.
Have a good night, everybody.